Tiny changes, massive impact. In this first chapter of Atomic Habits by James Clear, we're diving into the powerful idea that getting just 1% better every day can completely transform your life. If you've ever felt like big goals are out of reach, this chapter will shift your mindset and show you how small habits, repeated over time, lead to extraordinary results. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. Imagine you're standing in a cold room. Ice is sitting on a table. The temperature rises from 25 degrees Fahrenheit to 26, then 27, 28. Nothing happens. Then, at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, suddenly the ice begins to melt. That's how habits work. The most powerful changes aren't visible at first, but when they compound, the results are astonishing. Welcome to Chapter 1 of Atomic Habits by James Clear, The Surprising Power of Small Changes. The Big Idea. This chapter lays the foundation for everything else in the book. Tiny changes make a big difference, not immediately, but eventually. We often assume that big success requires massive action. Overhauling our life, hitting the gym 5 days a week, quitting sugar cold turkey. But James Clear flips that idea on its head. Instead, he argues that the key to lasting change is small habits, repeated consistently. The power of 1% better. If you get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. That's the math behind compounding. Each tiny improvement builds on the last. It might seem trivial today, but over months and years, the effect is massive. And the opposite is true, too. Getting 1% worse every day leads to slow decline. You might not notice either one tomorrow, but you'll definitely notice it in a year. Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. Habits compound like interest. Think of habits like planting seeds. You water them, feed them, and for a while, it seems like nothing's happening. But underground, roots are growing. Systems are forming. Eventually, a small sprout appears, and over time, it grows into something massive. That's why early wins aren't obvious, and why many people give up too soon. They're stuck in what Clear calls the valley of latent potential. The ice cube metaphor. Breakthrough moments are often the result of many previous actions, which build up the potential required to unleash a major change. Like the ice cube sitting at 31 degrees Fahrenheit. You might be doing all the right things, but see no result. Then suddenly, the temperature hits 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and the ice melts. But the change didn't happen at 32. It started at 25, and just took time to show up. Goals versus systems. Another powerful point from Chapter 1. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. That's huge. Clear explains that everyone has similar goals. Athletes want to win, entrepreneurs want to succeed, so goals alone don't distinguish winners from losers. What does? Systems. Habits, processes, the things you do every day that either move you closer to the goal or further away. Identity versus outcome. James Clear hints at a deeper theme that'll unfold later. Instead of focusing on what you want to achieve, focus on who you want to become. That shift, from outcome-based goals to identity-based habits, is the real game changer. Rather than saying, I want to write a book, you say, I'm the kind of person who writes every day. Tiny habits reinforce your identity, and your identity shapes your actions. It's a feedback loop. Let's bring it all together. Small changes, made consistently, compound over time. Success comes from daily habits, not big goals. Visible results are often delayed. Don't quit in the valley of latent potential. Don't aim to be perfect. Aim to get 1% better every day. Focus on the system, not the finish line. Chapter 1 reminds us, change doesn't have to be dramatic, it just has to be consistent. Show up, do the small thing, and trust the process, even when you can't see the results yet. If you found this valuable, hit that subscribe button. In the next chapter, we'll talk about how your identity is shaped by your habits, and how you can reverse that to shape your identity through better habits. Stick around. This journey is just getting started.